Hey everyone, it's Frosty. I'm the blue Zerg player down at the bottom corner here, and up at the top we have Wizard, the red Terran. And this is of course a Zerg versus Terran battle. And what I always try to do with Terran is I try to do more of a 15 or 16 pool because I feel like I have extra time to do that because Terran doesn't have as many rushes as Protoss and Zerg. So it gives me a little more time to dedicate to minerals, which we'll see. Right now we're even on harvesters, and over here we can see that he has a supply depot and a barracks going up. And since the last patch they require you to have a supply depot before the barracks. I think that was to prevent any cheap rushes strategies, like I think it was Reaper rushes, but I don't really see that. I haven't seen that in a long time, so I guess I'm just lucky? I don't know. Have you guys seen that lately? I haven't. Alright, so I got my spawning pool going up. It's already half done. Really trying to just rack in the minerals as much as I can. Over here, just scouting around, see if I can see anything. But he's alright with me scouting so far, and that's nice for me, but it would be nice if he did give me a bunker, because I could, you know, hold myself in there, have a little more protection. And right here I see that he has another barracks going up, and it's not really telling me too much because it's pretty common, but it looks like he's wanting to put up a factory, which he does, and that's a really good scout for me because it tells me that he might be going for some siege tank, marine marauders. That's pretty much what I always assume if I see a factory like that. And there goes my drone. He died, sadly, because I guess he just knew too much information, but luckily he satellite transmissioned it to me, so I found everything out, even though he had to die. Alright, so after seeing that factory I got a roach warren going up, and of course, you know, my drone will be missed, sadly. He'll be really missed from all of us down at the Zerg base. It was only a second day on the job. Not many last the second day. Some only last the first day, but he did well. So right now we're pretty even for harvesters, and let's look at the units. Alright, so I have one roach, 4 zerglings, not very much. He's got a siege tank and a marauder, 7 marines, so he could probably come in and kill me right now if he wanted. But it looks like, yeah, I got a few more roaches out. He sees that I have a roach warren with his scan. And right now he's producing stem pack, which will be really beneficial for him. It's pretty much what you should always get if you're a marine, because it's just it kills you a lot faster, especially if you're Zerg, especially if you have a lot of Zerglings, which I don't have very many of right now. Alright, so 3 Zerglings working on the back of his base. So far he hasn't noticed, at least I don't think so. It's over half done, and it's looking pretty bright on that side. So at my natural, I have already got my base up and running, and I have a bunch of drones producing minerals, which will be pretty beneficial for me, but it would be nice if I had a few more gas, because I don't have very much right now, and maybe to make a couple more overseers, because roaches take up a lot of supply. And looks like these Zerglings are going to finish off the back of his base. Over here he has 3 tanks, a bunch of marines and marauders, just what I was expecting. So looks like he's going to try and come into my base. It looks like he thinks he has a good enough force. But to his surprise, I'm coming in the back of his base, which he doesn't seem to know about. So here we go. I'm going to try to destroy some harvesters, get some of those out of the way. And here he comes in the back of his base. And I'm like, oh, why? Why is he in the back of his base? Well, that was because I opened it up and I never realized he would come that way. And that pretty much destroys my whole army. So here he has lots of marines, marauders left. He has 3 tanks, so it'd probably be good for him to come in right now. But he does, let's see, he only has 15 harvesters right now while I have almost double that, so that's not going to be too good for him. So just because I have, like, you know, lots of minerals, and see, look, I have 1,600 minerals, which is probably too much, but not enough gas. Never have enough gas as Zerg. But it's good for me that I have a few more harvesters, because that will give me some... oh, it's a bit laggy here. Sorry, guys. But this will... I'm just going to be pumping out a bunch of roaches so that I can battle against his tanks, which are coming at me right now, and I'm just going to let him take my natural because he can take it. I'm just going to try to build up my army at my base. So I'm going to get Tunneling Claws and Burrow, try to surprise him if I can. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it in time because he's almost done my base. And I got 4 more roaches on the way, and let's look at our army sizes. Alright, so we're pretty much even on our army sizes. Look at that, that's pretty even. But you never know. We'll see if my Tunneling Claws are done, but my Burrow is not done, so I'm just going to hide my roaches away because I don't want them to be attacked, because as you can see he's slowly making his way into the base. But once he gets these siege tanks, that's going to really hurt me. But luckily got my Burrow, and I'm going to pop up right under siege tanks before they siege and destroy those in a second. All the Marines gone, all the Marauders are going to be gone in a second, and there we go. That was pretty good. But he still has a couple siege tanks, so he could be pumping out probably a bunch right now. He only has 15 harvesters still, so that's not too good on his side. But he doesn't have very many minerals right now. He only has about 40, so he's pretty locked on the minerals. But here I come into the back of his base. They're going to try to do some damage, but he's up to 300 minerals, so he should be pumping out something. He's at 400 now. So let's see if my roaches can just finish off this battle. If so. But over here, he's just leaving his stuff down there. But I'm going to burrow back and pop up under his siege tanks, because when his base is floating in the air, he can't swim. So that's kind of what you should do as a roach player. If they ever just fly up in the air, just burrow and pop up, because it heals you really fast as well. So that looks pretty much like game. My burrowed roaches won this time, but they don't always win. So it's pretty lucky for me. He's down to 1 harvester. I'm still at 24, so that is pretty much game. Thanks for watching my video, guys. Check in next week for another one.
Hey guys, it's Frosty, and what you just watched was a Zerg versus Terran battle. And I've had a lot of these problems with Terran. Maybe some of you other Zerg players have too. It's when they do siege tanks, Marines, and Marauders, and I feel like I haven't found a good enough build to battle against them. Usually I try to burrow the roaches and pop them up underneath. Sometimes it works, like in that last battle, but sometimes it doesn't. It's pretty much a 50-50 gamble. But Mutalisks are good against the siege tanks and Marauders, but not so much against the Marines. I don't ever really use the Zerglings, the Hydralisks, or the Banelings because I feel that they just blow up too quickly with the siege tanks. I've never really experimented much with the Infestors, but I really just don't know what to do. So if you guys can just give me some comments of what you guys use or what is good against that build of siege tanks, Marines, and Marauders, and let me know in the comment bar. Thanks.